Former FBI Director James Comey faces two significant charges, marking a critical escalation in President Trump's campaign to target political rivals and wield the Justice Department as a tool for retribution against his most vocal critics. This indictment, filed on Thursday, comes amid a broader legal battle over Trump's efforts to silence dissent and leverage federal institutions to advance his political agenda. Comey, who was previously the FBI director, is accused of lying during Senate testimony nearly 5 years ago, which now forms the basis of 2 criminal counts. A majority of grand jurors rejected an additional charge of lying to Congress, a rare occurrence given the typically conservative nature of grand juries. Attorney General Pam Bondi accused Comey of obstructing an investigation into sensitive information and falsely claiming he did not authorize an anonymous source. No one is above the law, Bondi emphasized, highlighting the DOJ's commitment to holding those in power accountable for misleading the public. Trump, in a Truth Social post, called Comey one of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to, reflecting his frustration with the former director's removal in 2017. When asked about potential targets, Trump stated, "It's not a list, but I think there will be others. They're corrupt." Comey, in a video on Instagram, denied guilt, stating, "There are costs to standing up to Donald Trump." His defense team, Patrick Fitzgerald, confirmed the charges are unfounded, expressing confidence in the judicial system. Comey is set to be arraigned on October 9th in Alexandria, Virginia, under the jurisdiction of Judge Michael S. Nachmanoff, who was appointed by President Biden. The indictment centers on Comey's 2020 testimony regarding Russian interference in the 2016 election, which expired on September 30th. During the hearing, GOP Senator Ted Cruz questioned Comey about earlier testimony, denying being an anonymous source or authorizing another official to act as one. The indictment alleges Comey falsely claimed he did not authorize such a source, a claim that the grand jury largely rejected. While the exact nature of the alleged leak remains unclear, Cruz's inquiries focused specifically on an incident involving Andrew McCabe, Comey's former deputy, who had disclosed information to the Wall Street Journal in 2016. A lawyer for McCabe argued that the disclosure was authorized by him, citing findings from the DOJ's internal watchdog, which found McCabe lacked candor when describing his role in the matter. Comey denied authorizing the disclosure in an interview with investigators, stating, "I did not authorize this. If someone says that I did, we ought to have another conversation because it doesn't make sense to me." The Inspector General's report concluded that McCabe's account was undermined by the available evidence, while Comey's version was supported by the majority of the evidence. Separately, the DOJ's Inspector General found that Comey violated FBI policy by taking home unclassified memos and allowing a friend to share contents with a reporter. The indictment does not name McCabe or Richman, though their involvement is suspected. Comey testified before Congress from his home in McLean, Virginia, which led to his investigation in the Eastern District. The charges, spearheaded by Trump's former attorney Lindsey Halligan, emerged days after the president tapped her to lead the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District. Halligan, with no prosecutorial experience, took over after the abrupt resignation of Eric Siebert, who faced pressure from Trump to pursue criminal charges against Letitia James. The indictment, signed only by Halligan, highlights the tension between the administration's legal strategy and public trust. Trump criticized the DOJ for its lack of action against Comey, James, and Democratic Senator Adam Schiff, warning that such actions are undermining the nation's reputation. He called for justice, stating, "They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now." Halligan, appointed as interim U.S. attorney, was praised for her fairness and commitment to delivering justice. The feud between Comey and Trump has spanned years, with Comey serving as FBI Director from 2013 until his 2017 firing, which triggered Mueller's special counsel investigation into Russian interference and Trump's campaign coordination with the Kremlin. Trump has consistently dismissed these allegations as a hoax. Comey, however, has remained a vocal critic of Trump, calling him morally unfit for presidency in 2018. Earlier this year, Comey faced backlash for posting a photo on social media that administration officials claimed was a call for violence against Trump. Secret Service agents interviewed him for over an hour. Trump later defended his stance, asserting that Comey's actions were not a threat. Since returning to the White House, Trump has intensified his attacks on political opponents, revoking security clearances from prominent figures and discontinuing Secret Service protections for key officials. The indictment underscores the escalating legal battles and the broader implications for U.S. politics.